Yo, YouTubers, hope you're all well, even if you're not well, meaning in the head. Excuse me. How you all doing out there? You good? Yo, nice yawn. Man, I'm so grateful for my life, even though I'm not really spiritually fulfilled. I mean, am I grateful for my life? Yes and no. Yes and no. There's so many things I would like to turn on YouTube, yeah. Type in deep, meaningful people or deep, meaningful thoughts and get some of the videos that I put out. Not me, but someone like me. So I can stop talking and talking and talking and sit back and because I honestly am my best fan. I listen to my videos more than I listen to anyone else's videos. I find myself very interesting. But unfortunately, people have short concentration spans. So when it comes to deep thoughts, it doesn't really exist. And I think YouTube is controlled. I think they control what they put out. It's like TV, because like TV, I don't watch TV. I find TV not a null brain. It just like numbs your brain. It doesn't do anything good for you at all. There's nothing on there of worth for benefit for someone like myself. So I go to YouTube thinking I can connect with people's thoughts. But what do I get? What do black people say? 10 things that black people do. Fights. Silly people, just silly people, man. Really corny stuff. Or there's music, yes, which is alright, but music is fantasy. It's not reality. Anyway, this video is about how people have changed. All of a sudden, black people have changed, and white people have changed, and Asian people have changed, and the whole world's changed, but they're all trying to be black. And it's quite embarrassing. Because what's embarrassing is when it's embarrassing for those, but they're not embarrassed about it. You can, you just think, wow, you know. But the transformation of these people was instant. It was like everyone at one time became like this. When Eminem came out, he kind of pushed it. He kind of got the ball rolling. And then all of a sudden, all these white rappers and Rastafarians started thinking they got a chance of being successful, which is, how hard is it to be successful and be white? It's not that hard. I mean, even if you're not successful, it's an easier life. Apparently, there's politics with that as well. To be honest with you, your white life isn't easy. But they act like it is easy. I know it's not that easy because they are the secret society in a sense. They have so many secrets. It's an unknown world to black people, but I have no problems with white people. I love white people. I love black people. I love Indian people. I love Chinese people. I haven't had much joy with the Somalians, but I'm sure if I got to know one or two, I would love them too. I think the vast gap between Somalians and other races is that they've been through a different experience growing up in Somalia, going through the things they've been through, and the cultures, they're not really been enlightened to our culture until they got here. So they had their habits. Because habits is a thing, we all know what habits are. But, yeah, it's amazing, man. I'll leave it short anyway. I'd like to talk more, but there's not much more I could say on this transformation from white people becoming black. It's embarrassing though. And I don't know what you think of me for speaking about the truth, being a black person. There's always some kind of stigma when you talk about these situations, about race and everything. It's like if you're not talking about race or standing up for your race, or you're not having discussions about black and white, then you're alright. You know the type of people. You know the type of people. The black people who have white friends and get along in the world and talk to everyone, and you know, as long as they're not talking about black people, they're alright. But I think as long as I live, I'll always will tell the truth. But I'm not. I'm not. I used to be pro-black. I was upset at one stage about how history, what actually happened to my ancestors. I was really upset about that. Really upset. And then to know that you're still doing it, and like to say we're in some kind of fly trap, you know, I used to be upset about that, but I was closed-minded in a way. There's a lot of good white people out there, all races, Chinese, Indian, black, whatever else there is. There's some good people, really decent people who just see you as a human being. It's about out of 10 people, you'll get two. You'll get two. And you'll get three people who are not racist, but they may be judgmental. Then you'll have the rest of them who are just complete bastards. A lot of bastards in this society. A lot of bastards in this society. Hey. Anyway, I hope to do more videos today. If I come up with some subjects that are meaningful. I usually watch videos and respond to them, but I don't mention it. I just watch videos and just be like, wow, got to say something about that. And I've had no cannabis, which is kind of, I don't know how it seems when I translate onto these videos, but I find it more enjoyable when I'm in a high state. I was about to say stoned, but stoned, you know, I'm in England, and like the way people smoke cannabis in England, they put cigarette in the cannabis spliff and it kind of gives you a different experience. Whereas if you put the cannabis with no cigarette, the experience is very, very, very rewarding. So I usually refer to stoned being like when you put the cigarette and the weed, that experience is like stoned. And high is the experience when there's nothing but cannabis in the spliff, joint, whatever. Alright, anyway, it's been very nice speaking to you, or speaking to me. I don't know if anyone's going to watch this. I know I will. I'm my greatest fan. Peace out. Be wild. Don't be too wild, actually.